In this video, I'm going to show you how to use rulers and guides. So, in the top bar of all of our options, if you want to have rulers so you know exactly where to place objects in your scene, you'll come to View, and then you'll come down to Rulers. It's also Command R. You can see now at the top and at the side I have rulers. And it might be displayed in a variety of ways. Right now I have it set to inches, but if I right click on it, I can change it to different, if I right click on it, I can change it to different measurements. I'm going to keep it on inches because I enjoy that. And this will help me to know where to place things. Another thing that can help in placement is creating guidelines. So say that I want to make a perfect kind of square that's one inch by 1 inch. What I can do is I can pull a guideline down by clicking and dragging from the ruler and then letting go. That'll create a guideline. And if I don't like the placement, I can come to the Move tool and I can move it around a little bit more. This can be very helpful. And I can make multiples of these. So I'm going to create another one. And I'm going to pull this aside so that I can make it 1 inch. And I'm going to count it from 2. This can be very helpful if I want to align things from one part of my scene and then have a similar set of lines over here. I can change how these guidelines function if I come over to View, and I can change it to things like snap to, so objects will automatically try to snap to those, which can be very helpful when we're trying to align things. You can also tell it to lock the guides so that we don't accidentally click them or move them around, and we can also clear the guides to remove them completely. So I'm going to use these guidelines as we have them, and right now I have it to snap to, and I think I want to change over to, so I'm going to use these guidelines, and I think I'm going to change over to a rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw from one corner to another. You can see how quickly it wants to snap to it. As I get a little bit to the edge, it automatically jumps really quickly to that edge, which can be very helpful for creating things that are perfectly aligned. And once I decide that I no longer want these rulers, I can delete them all, or I can move them by changing over to the Move tool and moving the guides, or moving them all the way back into the rulers so they no longer exist. I can also hide any guidelines by going to View and Hide Guidelines, or I can press Command semicolon. I can bring them back with Command semicolon, and that'll bring them back into the scene once again. So that is guidelines and rulers.